Hi teacher, my name is John Anderson Marin from English level 9, and today I'm going to talk about how was Medellin 10 years ago and how I imagine that the city will be in 10 years in the future. First thing that I'm going to say is that I have a small test here in which I have what I'm going to say, but I'm not going to read it. I will just use it when I can't remember a word. The test is there. Okay. Second thing is the test, the task of this presentation. Okay. First, I'm going to talk about transportation. The transportation in Medellin 10 years ago was more difficult because there were not as many transport methods available as there are currently. For example, actually we have Tranvía, we have Metro Plus, we have feeder buses or buses alimentadores. I imagine that in the future, 10 years in the future, we will have better methods of transportation, and it can be much more comfortable. Also, I imagine too that the metro could go directly to the Rio Negro airport. I imagine that the metro could go in a route directly to the airport, and not how is actually actually we have to go to the airport in taxi or bus. I hope that in 2 years in the future we can use the metro to go to the airport. Okay. The second is house. Second thing is I am reading the document. Second thing is housing facilities. Okay. 10 years ago in Medellin, the house were smaller. 10 years ago, imagine the house were bigger. Um, Actually, the house are um, very smaller because we have a lot of buildings and the apartments are smaller than old house. Also, in the past, we don't have we did not have so many buildings and so many houses that compared with the present. In 10 years in the future, I imagine there will be more buildings and the city will grow vertically. We will have more apartments and more buildings, and we will have new house in the poorest neighborhoods of the city. Okay, I'm going to talk now about the streets, road system. 10 years ago, the streets of the city were a bit bad. They were in poor condition and was damaged. Actually, the streets are better and are much better, and we can circulate with our vehicles in a better way that compared with 10 years ago. In the future, 10 years in the future, I imagine that the streets will be much better. I think there will be much wider roads and larger motorways to improve the circulation of vehicles in the city. Next point is the environment. Okay, the environment 10 years ago was good compared to the present. The air that we breathed was healthier compared to the present. We have a lot of pollution in the air because the contamination of vehicles, the companies, we have a lot of pollution of this type. I imagine that in 2 years in the future, the environment will be much better. As there will be the new methods of decontamination the environment, and will seek to improve air quality. I think that in 10 years in the future we will have better quality of air because we will find new ways to improve the air quality. For example, we will have electric buses, the metro will be better to decontaminate the environment. or I mean the people will be use the public system, sorry, the public transportation system, and it will to help to the contamination the environment. People will be to use bicycle too to transport it to the work or to the school. The idea is to improve the mentality of the people, to help to the contamination of the environment, because actually the air in Medellin is very contaminated and we have a lot of pollution. Okay, now this was my exposition. I'm sorry for the times of I watched the computer, but sometimes I forget some words. My mind, I lost the. Okay, I'm ready. I'm sorry. Thanks. Goodbye, teacher.